Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards.
Ready. Mike 54. Here we go.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. These two teams squaring off here in Week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they've dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. The former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett, the rookie with the carry. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Mike 54. Watch the run.
Now Newton on first down. And this is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Now Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go one more.
Throwing again. Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
54, right there, 54.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down and 4. Newton, throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Newton, eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's it. 54. I'm out. You better bring it.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready? Look at it. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. We own them. We own them. Ready?
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Right there. 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And an alley to run. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Pick it up. Pick it up. 20. Wait.
Off play action. Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Come on, baby.
Newton now to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Panthers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and inches, Goff flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 69 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 41, Newton to the right side, and he's got more complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Get set. 180. Great, great. 54. Watch 54. Gun, gun. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 58.
Step, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put him on the pound.
Out of the gun. Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Johnny Hekker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go. Look, 80. 59. Here we go. Gun. Great. Mike is 59. And what's the ball? Mike spot 9.
From the gun on third down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Let's get it.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Goff now to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And the Rams first down.
Let's go, baby.
The ball carried by the wide receiver.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom. The challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff, throw left side, complete to Kupp. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And the accuracy lacking there for Zuerlein. It's off to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back. But he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Newton now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Abukum picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now it's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Goff now looking to throw. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 24, Newton over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. On the stop was Aaron Donald. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Newton. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again, trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Carolina, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home.